December fog in western Oregon is an oppressive and inescapable shroud, a heavy gray bridal veil that never gets lifted for a delicate kiss from the sun. But liberation from its damp dominion often requires nothing more than a highway into the hills. Today, I shall rise above the mist imprisoning the valley and seek momentary evasion among the free spirits of the trees and the creeks.
So that was a nice little campsite, and that was like the very first thing that I had marked to check out, and so I'm happy that we're off to a good start here. Now it's early in the day, it is noon. I'm just out for a quick overnighter, but I wanted to get up into this area that I've never really explored before, and I'm still in sort of western Oregon, or on the western slope of the Cascade Range. The last time that I was up in here was actually when I was between vehicles after the Forester was wrecked and before I had got the Frontier, and I came out and found a little campsite that was accessible with my mom's Toyota Camry. And that was a nice little campsite. I have never been up in here since then, and I've never really explored any of the side roads, dirt roads. And this is a really beautiful area with this wild river running through and all of these creeks that tumble down and feed that river. And I bypass this area frequently, and it was just time to get out here and check it out. So I've got all day to try and find some place to camp. I did a little bit of scouting on satellite imagery and on Google Earth. I've got a number of areas I want to check out that look like they have potential to have some interesting campsites. This was the first one I had marked, and that was a wonderful little spot. If all else fails, I'd be perfectly happy to come back here and camp there tonight, but I'm going to see what else I find. Well, that is not a spot that I was planning to look at. I just noticed it, a little side road going down here, and it looked like it had potential. And what an incredible campsite on the river. Now the main road across the river is kind of visible. Like in summer there would be enough leaves on those big leaf maples that this would be just about invisible, but today is Wednesday and there's nobody out here. I haven't seen a soul out here even on the main road except for a mama deer with a couple of fawns. So I mean, this would really be fine. This is an amazing spot. I want to keep exploring other areas, but oh, I love this spot. I just got to get it marked here in Gaia GPS.
Continuing upriver, another unplanned side road has caught my eye.
Another really awesome spot. I did not know this was here. Some of these spots you can't see them from satellite imagery because the tree canopy is just so dense. So sometimes you just got to keep a lookout for these little side roads. And I've seen a bunch of side roads that have been clearly, deliberately blocked by the Forest Service. Big boulders in the way, can't go up them anymore. This road not blocked in any way. It's really right off of the main road. What a lovely spot, the shallow spot of the river here. You can see through to the color of the rocks. It's just so beautiful. Tucked down into the trees like this. And this spot would be lovely on a hot summer day, completely in the shade and a shallow spot in the river you could get out and wade into, it looks like. Nice little find.
As much as I like that campsite, I really want to explore more of this area I've bypassed far too many times over the years. So I'm going to keep wandering down random side roads and see what other hidden gems I might unearth.
Well, that was way deeper than I expected. I mean, the base was solid. You could feel there was gravel under there, but I didn't expect to go down into quite so much water. It's true that I often find myself drawn out into central and eastern Oregon where there's fewer trees or no trees at all. You can see the terrain, you can see what is out there, and there's something compelling about that. But I have to admit, it's kind of fun going down these little Western Oregon trails that are narrow and densely forested, and you just don't know what you're going to encounter around the next corner. Well, in this case, what I found around the next corner was a gigantic tree that was blocking the trail, but right on the other side of it is this really nice little campsite. You could certainly, if you were a tent camper, park over there and just walk it in here. Truck is just right there. That's how you know the Forest Service doesn't want you going up that road. This was one of the roads I had marked to go up to what looked like a couple of different potential creekside campsites. And I'm disappointed that this road is blocked because there were a couple of spots up here. Fortunately, I found other things that I wasn't planning on finding, so can't complain too much.
I've made some good finds today, but it's not all perfection by any means. There are enough other routes to explore that it's just not worth burning the precious few December daylight hours clearing trees off what I know are dead-end trails that may not even go anyplace interesting. Turning the Frontier around can be next to impossible on these narrow 2-tracks, and by the end of today I think I will end up accumulating more than a mile of distance driving in reverse. I am out here though, and my goal is to leave no stone unturned, so to speak. Looks like someone started in on this one but gave up. Either that or there's a giant beaver roaming this forest.
There's a teeny tiny campsite here, but it's not great. It's kind of far from the river, and there's all that brush. Now this little road that I went down, it had a number of branches, so I'm gonna check some of the other branches out. This is a really cute little spot, really tucked down way off the main road. I had to really push down in here. Really cute. I mean, I think I like some of the earlier spots better, but this is a good spot to know about. In fact, let's just get this one marked too. Yeah, if I can get turned around here. There's a spot back there. Done a lot of backing up today. Swing this. So I'm surprised. I am really honestly surprised by how many of these little spots that I'm finding up here. And I really scoured the satellite imagery because I wanted to maximize my chances for success on this little excursion. But, you know, this forest is just so dense that you just can't see these little spots. There's one more branch here, so let's go take a look at that. But I really was not expecting to find so many little spots today. Okay, now I'm on the third little branch of that same little side road. Let's see if this gets us anywhere. Yeah, not a bad little spot, but can't drive any further than this point down to get down by the fire ring. So a good spot if you're tent camping. You can leave your car here, put your tent down there.
I'm about ready to call it a day and decide upon a campsite, but I think there are just a couple more little trails to check out, so I'm going to finish the job. This one clearly is not panning out.
Okay, one more. I think this is the last one. Nope. This one's just getting more and more overgrown, and yeah. Okay.
This turned out to be my favorite campsite of the day. This spot just feels more secluded, calm, and relaxing than the site along the rapids. It is mid-December, so even as late as 7 a.m., dawn is still struggling to push the sun up into the sky.
So you may remember at the end of my last adventure, I was cooking dinner for Jason, Primal Outdoors, and ran out of propane in my gas bottle. Well, yesterday I was packing up, getting ready to leave, getting everything together, and realized I never actually went and got my gas bottle refilled. Fortunately, I do have the backpacking stove in the truck, and so I am just going to make coffee this way.
morning mist caresses the forest like the graceful intertwining tendrils of some ethereal vine gently awakening the treetops. The tireless river whispers its perpetual ballad, an eternal serenade whose melody stretches all the way to the sea. I have been a privileged audience of one, beholding for a brief moment this never-ending ballet of water and air and trees and earth, this fleeting foray into the forests closer to home, a reminder that I don't always need to roam so far. There is much beauty and serenity to be found right in my backyard.